Thank you for having me here. I'm Mehran Amrohi. Basically, I've been a writer all my life, but this time I made my first film, which is called Chudiya. Chudiya, as in if I translate literally in English, is called The Bird. So it's here in South Asia International Film Festival, and Chudiya is a children film basically, and it's like 112 minutes of the duration of the film is like 112 minutes, and I always wanted to make a children film. I always wanted to have my first film as a children film because I have a lot of memories of my like when I was a kid. I used to do different things. I was like a very excited kid, so I always wanted to tell those stories, but in a different way, but with somebody else, but with some in a different way, maybe a different milieu, maybe a different situation, maybe a different locality. So, but somewhere the emotion, I guess, throughout the world is different. It's same. Emotions will never change. So I wanted to write a children film, and I'm feeling so fortunate that I could do this. I could what I dreamt like 20 years back, I could make it finally, and I'm here in America for my film. So I feel so lucky about it. I worked as a writer in industry like for 7 years, 8 years, and I was doing good in my life. I was working on many different TV shows, on plays, writing musical stuff, writing songs, writing kids stuff, translating stuff, like so many things I was doing. But I always had that one thing in mind. If I want to tell my story, because whatever I'm writing, it is somebody else's brainchild. They come, they ask me to develop some idea, and I develop that idea and give it to them. But it is not my idea. I always want to tell my stories. How do I tell them? And unfortunately, you can say in India, people like more, more of the drama, those commercialism. So nobody entertains you if you come up with a subject like which is like very basic, going on a straight line. So I thought, no, I will not go to anyone. I will not pitch my script to any director. I will direct it myself. So that happened like after 8 years, and finally I made it. And I had no experience of directing. I never went to any film school. I never assisted any director. Never assisted. But still, I had that in mind that I may do it. And I never, I'm not scared of failing in my life, because I think that's a part of life. You fail, everybody fails. So I always thought that if I fail, nothing, it's same. My life will be same. I'll be like, if I would have failed in this film or whenever in life, I would have been a same happier person. Even I don't know, I would have been the same man. My life would have not been changed because I failed into something. It's all right to fail, but you should have that courage that, okay, let's go there. So I wanted to make a film. Fortunately, till now, like it's been 5 months, and I'm traveling to many festivals these days, and people are liking it. I had one thing in my mind. That basic one thing was, if I will ever make a film with any producer in the world, he should be interested in telling a story rather than just making his money or multiply it. He should be interested in telling the story. And fortunately, because I was like meeting continuously for like 50 people I must have met who wanted to produce a film, but they were not interested in producing it. They were not interested in telling the story. They were more interested, okay, so this is a project, we will do it in this budget and we will sell it off in this one. So they had their multiplications all the time. I'm okay with the multiplications, but you should have that. Producer is one of the most important person on the set. So I always had this thing in my mind that my producer should want to tell, he should want to tell a story first, then just for the multiplication. I'm okay with multiplication. I don't say that it should not be done. It should not, that thing should not be there in producer's mind. It's completely okay. I respect that, but that thing also should be there. That they should think about the story first rather than just multiplying it. So fortunately I found them, and I'm very, I can say I'm very thankful to my producer Fakhrul Hussaini, who produced and put in their heart and money into my dream. I always thought it would be easy to direct kids. It would be easy. I just have to tell them, because they don't have inhibitions, they have no starry tantrums. So it would be easier for me. I just have to call them. Oh, come on! I will just have to, if they are not in good mood, I will give them a chocolate or an ice cream, and they will be like happy and do my scenes. But it's not. So and a lot of my friends who are like directors back there in Mumbai, they were like asking me not to make this film. And because they say, because they are like experienced people, they have made many films, so they told me it would be very difficult for you as a first film to have a children, that too, 2 kids, 3 kids basically, and they're like 5 years of age, so it would be very difficult. You are not that experienced, so it's better if you make a film with like adult people. So I thought, yeah, it is, it might be difficult. It might be difficult, but let's take a chance. If I fail, okay, it's all right. Failing is not a crime. I can fail, but I will rise once again if I want to be. If I'll be having some another story in my life again. So it was very challenging, and the most challenging part for the film was to find the actors, to find the kids, because whenever you are making a normal film like with the adults, so when you write, as a writer, I tell you, when you write, you start imagining actors in your mind. Okay, this role will suit him, this role will suit her. But for kids, there was no role model, so I was like clueless. Who will be my Shanu? Who will be my Bua? Those characters in the film. So I was like always clueless. And I had to audition. You won't believe that. I had to audition more than 3,000 kids in Mumbai. I guess there was no kid of 6 or 7 years in Mumbai who was not auditioned for my film. So it was very difficult. And then finally I was like fortunate. I could found my Shanu and Boo, and they did a good job for me. I was like very satisfied with their job. Initially they were like scared. Oh, this man has got beard. He must be very strict. He has a heavy voice. He must be very strict. So I had to make them feel, no, I'm not strict. No, I'm not. I'm like your friend. Come to me and tell me whatever you are feeling. So it helped. But when I wanted something like some serious scene, I used to show them that I'm a very strict man, and they were like, oh, he's strict now. So they used to act in that way. So it was like tricks which you play with kids. The younger one used to come to me and, I'm very sleepy, I don't want to shoot. Come on, man, we can shoot. It's like 7 in the evening only, and we started at 2. So we can shoot. No, I don't want. So what else I can do for you? You have to give me some chocolates. Okay, I will. So I had to give him chocolates, or sometimes I have to pamper them like they are my kids, rather than they are my actors. And all my unit, my DOP, my lightmen, my producers, my other actors, they all were treating those 2 kids like they're their kids. So we were like family for 2 months. We were a family, an extended, long, big, huge, 150 people of one family, and we never thought, I'm a director, he's this, he's that. We were all like family. Come on, man, let's shoot it. So it's like that. So that worked. Fortunately, that worked with kids.